In this video, I'm going to be diving into how you can build a profitable personal brand in just 5 steps. And this is either from complete scratch, or maybe you already have a personal brand and are just looking to scale it. For both of those instances, this is the video for you. And this is specifically for you if you want to make a lot of money from your brand, okay? As you can see, I have about 1.2K subscribers on my YouTube channel, and I have about 1.4K followers on my Instagram. And although I agree that that's still rookie numbers and I don't necessarily have a large following at all, this is making me okay amounts of money, I would say. So I've been able to capitalize on what I call a niche personal brand. And in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the exact 5 steps that I took to actually achieve this so you can do the exact same thing. As you can see, my following isn't necessarily high, but I was able to make some solid money from it so far, and I'm gonna continue to do so and obviously make more and more over time. And so I'm gonna walk you through exactly what I'm doing to achieve this. There's really 5 main core steps to this that I'm gonna walk through with you that you can literally just copy and paste into your business or into your personal brand to go ahead and make a lot more money, okay? The first part to this is your ICP. So the mistake that most people who try to build a personal brand for the sake of selling something with it or making money with it are making is that they try to appeal to everybody. So in their mind, their thought process is that if they make a video that's interesting to everyone, then everybody, people that can buy their solution, as well as people that cannot buy their solution, is going to be or get attracted. But that's actually pretty far away from the truth. In reality, what's going to happen is this. Let me give you an example. So say, for example, you are a coach and you want to attract people who you can coach in their business. So you do business coaching, okay? Now, you create a bunch of videos around self-improvement because in your thought process, it's like, okay, self-improvement, that's actually quite interesting to both the general public as well as to business owners. And so you're going to attract both of these types of people with this video, meaning you have unqualified and qualified people watching it, and you maximize the amount of leads you get and the amount of money you make. But that's actually very far away from the truth, because in the reality of it, sophisticated business owners don't watch self-improvement videos because business owners have different problems to the general public, okay? So the general public, for example, might struggle financially a lot. Business owners struggle with time. They often have money, but they lack time. The general public is just running away from that lack of money and trying to make more, whereas a business owner is usually, especially if they're making, I would say, above $1 million per year, usually they are driven by an innate desire to do more because they feel like they're never enough. So my whole point being, these are 2 completely different types of audiences, and for that reason, you cannot target both of them at the same time. So the whole concept of a niche personal brand here is that you pick one specific ICP, which is your ideal client, the exact type of person that you want to attract, and you just target that one type of person and no one else, okay? And then from there, what you want to make sure you do is you just create videos that convert that specific type of person, okay? You don't go mass market, you specifically only focus on that one ICP. And this focus enables you to make more money because people see that you're a specialist in the exact field that you're positioning yourself in, okay? So that's the first part to it. The second part to it, oops, my bad, there we go. The second part to it is that you should go 80% long form and 20% short form. Many people make the mistake of focusing a lot on their reels or their TikTok videos and trying to go viral that way. But if you're a business owner, and especially if you're selling high ticket, which in my opinion is anything above $3,000, then you shouldn't necessarily focus on that much. In my experience, in my personal experience, what's made me the most amount of money by far is long form pieces of content. And this really translates into 2 areas in my personal business. The first one being these YouTube videos. Although these YouTube videos don't necessarily get many views, at least right now, they still make me considerable amounts of money because they convert the leads that I already have in the pipeline because they see that I know exactly what I'm talking about. If you watch this video until the end and you take in all of the value that I have to say here and you implement it, you're gonna see amazing results, which is why you trust me even more. And then you're way more likely to actually buy my solution. Okay. So these YouTube videos are a big one. And then the second one to it is stuff like live classes and live webinars. These were, working extremely well for me the last couple of months and over the last year actually. And it's at the end of the day also just a form of a long form piece of content. It's a long form content asset, okay? So long form has to be the emphasis if you're a business owner and wanting to make more money from your personal brand. After that, we have this equation, and I love this equation, okay? Proof plus personality equals brand. Many beginners, when they're first starting with their personal brand, or maybe even people that already have one and have been actively posting for a while, make a massive mistake. They've been told that they have to be authentic in the marketplace and in their content to stand out. But guess what? No one cares who you are unless they know that you're worth listening to. Okay, so no one cares who you are, what you stand for, your morals, and how authentic you are unless they find you interesting. Okay, and so authenticity is cool and you can do it and you can be authentic, and obviously it's a good thing to do. I'm also authentic in my videos, but it's not the thing that's going to move the needle for you. What's actually going to move the needle is you having proof. Okay, because again, people only care about who you are once they know that you're actually relevant in what you're talking about. Once they know that you're all actually interesting, and once they know that what you're talking about isn't complete garbage, to be honest with you. And so you want to make sure that you have proof first, and then you bring in your personality. So you combine proof and personality, and that is your brand. Okay. Now, some of you might be in a situation where you actually don't have any case studies from clients, so you don't necessarily have any proof. And that's perfectly fine. You just need some form of proof. I'll give you an example on how I would do this if I didn't have a case study. I would refer back to a big competitor in the industry. So if you're in a certain industry and you're targeting the ICP, and you just take a competitor that's doing ideally better than them and take him as an example, take his numbers and his system, then you automatically validate what you're talking about by taking his authority or a part of it, right? So you're kind of stealing the authority here, and that's something you can do as well. So keep in mind that your brand doesn't stand on you being authentic. It does after you've actually shown proof that what you're talking about works, okay? So proof is incredibly important, and you have to integrate it, especially in the intros of your videos. And that's that. Actually, for the structure of the intros, let me just go on a tangent here real quick. For your YouTube intros, what you wanna do is this. You wanna, first of all, reconfirm the title or rephrase the title. So you essentially just wanna make sure that people understand what I claimed in title and thumbnail, you're actually gonna get in this video. Increases retention. And after that, you wanna show proof that what you're yapping about actually works. Again, this can be your own case studies or other proof that you get from the marketplace in any way, shape, or form. And then afterwards, you wanna tease or lay out the structure of what's gonna be talked about in the video, but obviously not tell people what's going to be talked about. This is exactly what I did in this video as well. I'm not going to tell you the 5 points, because then, the average retention would be 20 seconds because you click on the video. I give you the 5 points that make your personal brand more money, or you more money through your personal brand. And then you say, thank you, Elias, I'll piss off now. And that's not what I want. Okay. I obviously want you to watch the video. So in that sense, reconfirm or rephrase, then show proof, then go through what the structure of the video is going to be, and then you dive into it, okay? And again, keep in mind, the success of your YouTube videos, 90% of the success lies in the concept, the idea, the packaging, and everything around that, okay? So title, thumbnail, what topic is being discussed, what problem is being talked about, what solution is being presented. These things, the high-level things, that makes up 90% of the success, plus the intro. The video itself is actually the most irrelevant, in my opinion, okay? So that's that. That's point number 3. And then we have point number 4. And in point number 4, I wanted to talk about the YouTube algorithm. So for your information, I want to dive into some relevant data points that you need to understand when you have a YouTube channel, okay? YouTube's algorithm works based on a concept called fractional exposure. Okay, and this is going to get a bit more technical, but this is exactly what you need to know if you want to grow your personal brand on YouTube. Okay, so the algorithm works based on fractional exposure. What does that mean? Very simple. So when you post a video, YouTube first shows this video to the first fraction of your audience. Hashtag 1, right? Number 1. And this might be a fraction of, say, 30 people. If two KPIs, namely CTR as well as session watch time, are both within KPI with this first subset of people, then YouTube is going to recommend this video to the second subset of people. And this might now be 100 people, okay? And again, if click-through rate as well as session watch time are both within KPI, it shows it to the third subsegment of your audience, and so on and so forth. So if you want a video that performs very well, that goes mega viral, what you need to do is you need to create a video that's as relevant to the first audience as it is to audience number 2432. Okay? And so if you can achieve this, then it gets a lot of reach. Now, you might be asking yourself, okay, makes sense. So it has to be as relevant to the first set of people as it is to the last set of people. Why is this important? Well, because the first segment that YouTube shows this to are people that consistently watch your videos. It's very warm people. It's a warm audience. It's people that like you. It's people that find what you have and what you do and what you talk about interesting. Okay, this audience doesn't know you, doesn't care about you, and couldn't give less of a shit about you. And for that reason, you have to be very good at this. This is not an easy thing to do, okay? But this is the theory of how it works. Now, you might be asking yourself, okay, makes sense, but what actually is click-through rate as well as session watch time? Well, click-through rate, most of you should be familiar with. It's just the amount of people that click on the video in comparison to how many people get shown the video. And then session watch time is something that most people don't understand. So most business owners who try to grow their personal brand, especially on YouTube, to make more money with their business, think that watch time is what the algorithm prefers. Meaning, as soon as someone clicks on your video, how long do they actually watch the video for? Okay? That's what most people think YouTube tracks, but YouTube doesn't really care that much about watch time. YouTube's algorithm cares about session watch time. What that means is, as soon as someone clicks on your video, how long do they stay on the platform? That's what YouTube tracks. And so how can you leverage this? Well, first of all, don't have a type form or a landing page or a Calendly link in every single description of your videos, because every single time you have it there, and when people click on it, they get sent to a page outside of YouTube, which decreases session watch time. Now, what we want to do is we want to create a bunch of videos every single week. And obviously we want to stay consistent with this. I think this is very self-explanatory. And every single one of these videos has the same call to action. I'll give you an example of it. If you want to learn more about what I do and the type of business I run and how I got to this point, click the first link in the description. It's a video on YouTube as well. It's about 40 minutes long, goes over this. Anyways, back to my point, okay? And by the way, if you do want to see exactly what I do, then click the first link down below in the description right now. But this is how it works, okay? So you have a bunch of videos when you're number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. And all of these are being routed to the exact same VSL video. Okay, so there's one VSL video that you have in place that is set up for conversions. And here you actually do have a landing page or a type form or a Calendly in the description. And here you actually do a call to action to book a call. But all of these other videos just route to this one video. That increases session watch time and increases conversions. It's amazing. Okay, so this is the exact system you want to use. That's that. That's the YouTube algorithm. And then point number 5, let's see. Be unique. This one is a lot easier said than done. And I'm aware of this, but the last thing you should do is try and copy paste what other people are doing that are successful with it, because at the end of the day, people don't want a second version of someone who's already getting a lot of reach. Like, Best case scenario, you're going to be number 2 in that category, but it's just very hard because at the end of the day, people are always going to tie you or tie your brand to that other person who has done it first. So like never copy what someone else is doing and think that it's going to work well for you. You actually got to be unique with what you're doing. Okay. And that's really the 5 steps: ICP, long form, proof plus personality equals brand, YouTube algorithm, as well as be unique. That's exactly what I'm doing for my own brand as well, to be able to collect some okay amounts of money, I would say, from it, even though my following, again, is comparatively still quite small. So that's really it for the video from my end. If you do have any questions, put them down below in the comment section right now. If you want to see more of these videos in the future, just, subscribe would be much appreciated. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I appreciate you for watching.